A lot of people ask us about strategic planning. You know, strategic planning, the best approach to it is what we call an identity-based approach. And it starts with knowing who you are and then finding what your best future is. Here's 5 different components that you can have for a successful strategic planning session. Number 1, you need to get some employee feedback. Tell your team that you're going to have a strategic planning session. Ask them for feedback on what do you think the things that we do really well are and what are some of the things that we don't do so well. Just by doing that, they're going to feel more involved in the process, even if they can't be in the room for the strategic plan itself. Next thing you're going to want to do is you're going to really want to focus on who you are. And you do that by focusing on your values, your mission, and your vision. Your values are the rules of the game. It's the things that are absolutely most important to you and your organization. Your mission is what you do as an organization, a really simple statement that says this is what we as an organization do. Your vision is where you want to go. Another way of saying that is what does winning the game look like? You need to have those in mind as you go through your strategic planning session because it's going to be all about you. The third important component you need is a good SWOT analysis. Now, SWOT stands for strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, threats. Strengths and weaknesses are internal opportunities inside your organization to do things better or things that you don't do as well. And then opportunities and threats are external things that you look at. So opportunities in the market, opportunities for new businesses, or threats like new customers or new government regulations. You're going to need to assess those. That tells you where you are at right now as an organization. The fourth thing you're going to need is some key objectives. This is what you're trying to come out with at the end of the day. This kind of drips from the conversation. There are themes, if you will, that emerge through the conversation. I like to have 3 to 5 themes that come out through the day. There should be key objectives, things you want to accomplish over the course of the next year. The last component that you really need to have in place are steps. We think of a step as a bite-sized piece of your strategic plan. You're going to break down those key objectives into steps. So for example, if one of your key objectives is we want to improve communication across the organization over the course of the next year, one of the steps might be we want our sales and our engineering departments to meet together, set up a meeting cycle where they meet together weekly to discuss projects that are upcoming. That's an example of a step, something easy that you can do and that you'll know when you're finished. Now, a final component of strategic planning, this is bonus content for you, is you might want to think about bringing in some outside insight. We at People-Centric, when we do our strategic plan every year, we actually bring in an outside facilitator to help us with it. This is true even though we have several trained facilitators on our staff and we do these all year round. The reason we do that is that outside insight is incredibly valuable. The outsider will ask those dumb questions that everybody might be thinking that really resets how you look at your company. So we really recommend the outside insight. Think about those tips as you go to do your strategic planning. And remember that strategic planning is actually the start of the process. How you execute your strategy is really where the impact hits.